team turn!
Take me out on the water.
We fishing.
Way out in the woods. Where the breathing is easy, the living is good. Out in the great.
And welcome to Larry Smith Outdoors. We're sponsored by the Badger Sportsman Magazine, Bartline Barrels, Warrior Boats, Big Snow Resort, Hard and Soft Fishing, Lynch and McGuanago, Wings Over Wisconsin, Mike's Country Meats, Midwest Shooter Supplies, Dave's Engine of Princeton, Vexlar, Dick Smith's Bait and Tackle, Come Along Measuring Tools, KMIEC Law Firms, Norm's Egg, and Jiffy.
And remember, it's a great day to be alive.
Holy moly.
This is very cool today. I'll tell you, it's the first time I've ever taken a ferry across anywhere, but to go on an expedition here with Tommy Hicks, taking the ferry across over to Madeline Island, very interesting. So, hey, I hope the fishing's pretty good too.
It'll be good.
Yep, it'll be good.
If not, it's an adventure.
It's always an adventure. That's one thing about Tommy Hicks, it's always an adventure.
I'll tell you what, good morning and welcome to Larry Smith Outdoors. And I'll tell you, we are definitely on an adventure today. We're with our good friend Tommy Hicks. Good morning, buddy. Hey, I'll tell you, we came up last night and stayed at Tommy's house in Ashland. Thanks for that. And we're on the ferry here at Bayfield and we're going over to Madeline Island. And I'll tell you, I've never been on a car ferry before, and especially never been on one that's breaking 10 to 12 inches of ice going across the island. Hey, Tommy, why are we on a ferry going across to the islands?
There's areas from this mainland going over to Madeline that are very thin. I definitely wouldn't suggest to anybody, especially by the time this show airs with the warm weather.
Right.
We're going over there, we're leaving off a private house, we're on 8 inches of ice. There is spots with 2 inches going across here with a lot of water. It's just a safe way to do it, and it's gonna be a heck of an adventure.
Yeah, it's definitely, and it always is an adventure when we're fishing with you. Hey, now we're going over here and we're gonna be fishing for basically what?
We're going to be fishing a flat. There's going to be brown trout, lake trout, splake. We're going to be on a steep break. There's a bunch of whitefish and lake trout over the edge of it.
Okay.
We're going to spread out tip-ups, do some jigging.
So we're going to catch some fish on some hyperglides and some rattle masters today?
Yeah, we should.
Awesome. Hey, and I know today we got Jeff Kozer doing the film work for us today, and Dan, the cameraman, is at home doing some editing, and he said make sure that we bring him some splake home. So if anything that happens today, we got to keep a couple
We're
of
definitely
splake.
going to let the big browns go,
Yep.
eat some splake and whitefish for food.
Right, and you were talking about that on the ride over here about the brown trout. What's with not keeping the brown trout?
They're just a big, it's a vulnerable class of fish when all these guys are fishing these shorelines.
Yeah.
And it's a very good fishery for browns right now.
Right.
And I just like, especially the big fish, to get them back in the water.
To let them go, right.
Yep,
Nothing
sure.
wrong with that. Hey, I'll tell you what, stay tuned. Let's see what happens today up here at Madeline Island, fishing Lake Superior with our good friend Tommy Hicks.
Big Snow Resorts, your destination for winter family fun in the north. Enjoy 2 resorts on 1 ticket. With over 400 skiable acres, it's the largest ski experience in the Midwest. Full-service resorts offering pro shop service, hotel, chalet, and trailside condo lodging, 6 dining facilities, 4 bars, and with weekly special events, exceptional fun for everyone. For details, please call or visit BigSnowResorts.com today.
The Warrior story continues with the best tracking, driest ride in the industry. Designed with a high degree of dead rise and bow flare to push water out and down for a smooth, dry, comfortable ride. The smart trolling keel limits bow drift for enhanced boat control in the wind, and with a lifetime hull warranty, Warrior boats are built to last. Warrior Boats, a legend reborn.
The new Acme Rattlemaster has a built-in echo chamber with a brass rattle that calls fish in. The body's solid brass too and won't bend or dull, and reflects fish attracting light all over the water column. This 1-2 punch of sight and sound means you drill less holes because fish come to you. Jig it, rip it, or shake it for crappie, walleye, northern, salmon, or trout, and experience multi-species action with just one bait.
Wings Over Wisconsin, a nonprofit organization dedicated to natural resource restoration, preservation, and education with youth and community involvement. Through cooperation with private landowners, state and federal agencies, Wings Over Wisconsin has been a leader in the preservation of our natural wildlife habitat, with donated dollars staying in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. For information about how you can join this great organization or how to start a new chapter, please visit wingsoverwisconsin.org.
Oh, he broke me off. Snapped me right off. That Tommy Hicks? God darn you, Tommy! Hey, Tommy, why do you gotta be so far away? I'm not as young as I used to be. Put them tip-ups closer together. The thought of me having a heart attack and you giving me mouth to mouth, just let me die. Ooh, there you go. That's a nice fish. Now, is that a splake?
That's a splake. That's a good.
No, that looks like a decent sized splake.
That's a good eater for Dan.
Wow, nice job, Dan. I'll tell you what. Good job. Yeah, all right, got the first keeper of the day here.
Flag.
Here we go.
Ooh,
Want to
nice,
go for that one, Dan?
Nice brown.
Oh,
nice brown.
Oh,
nice brown. Nice brown.
Now that's interesting. You know, I'm used to browns being a little bit darker in color, like that.
And you'll get both. You'll
Okay.
get German and sea forellen.
Oh, so now this is a sea forellen right here?
Yep.
Boy, that's a pretty fish. I'll tell
Native fish. It has that adipose fin.
you. Okay. You know what's interesting, Tommy? Right away in the dark, you had me start jigging and you were setting up all the tip-ups, and I had a big fish come up and just crush it and break my line. And I was thinking that was going to be the key time. But really, these fish will bite all day out here. Is that the story?
You know, I don't know if it's that moon cycle. We just had that huge full moon.
Okay.
And the mornings have been slow.
They have, huh?
Yeah. And in fact, I got out here to scout the other day. It was 11 in the morning, and we did really well. So
wow, it's
I'm
interesting.
not worried yet.
No,
it's only 9 o'clock.
And we're picking away at quite a few fish here. I'll tell you something. Very interesting, cool ride over here this morning on the ferry, breaking ice like crazy. You know, it's all about the adventure. And, you know, this is some of the best trout fishing there is in the country. I'll tell you, this is absolutely awesome ice fishing. I don't think there's too many places that you can catch as many fish as you can catch here. Oh, there's another fish over here. Your dad's got one.
Dad's got one on. All right, there we go.
A little bit better one, Kenny?
Another splake.
Oh, another splake. Nice job.
Tip up, here we go. Better?
Yeah, it's a better fish.
Here we go.
A little bit better. Oh, yeah.
Take your time.
A little better fish.
You're gonna have
I
to
don't want to
run
lose
if you
him. Oh, that's a good
Nice
splake.
splake. Nice splake.
Ooh, Danny, the photographer, is gonna want a couple of these splake to take back to eat. Ooh, they're nice. Get them in the hole.
He ain't
Ooh.
ready yet. He ain't ready.
Wow, I'll tell you what.
A few more inches on them things, they go berserk, eh?
Nice job. Look at that fish. Now that fish had it swallowed right down.
Right down.
This is absolutely ball. You know another thing I like about fishing with you? All the times we've come out fishing, we never have anybody by us. I don't know, why is that?
Well, we took a boat to get here.
That was a heck of a boat. Yeah. I'm glad we took the boat this morning instead of taking the snowmobiles across. So, right, it was a lot warmer, I can tell you what. That in the experience was absolutely
I heard a
awesome.
little rumor we might get to pilot that thing on the way home.
Really?
We'll see.
I want to feel that, what it feels like to drive one of them big vessels.
We'll see.
All right, hey, we're going to keep
Excellent.
this one, right?
Yep, we'll
Okay.
keep a couple to eat for sure.
That's
These are
awesome.
excellent table fare. Best one there is, I think, in this lake. Here we go.
Got one going here, Ken? I'm marking a lot of fish.
How about the tip-ups are going like crazy?
Do you fly up or?
What do you got there? There you go. Splake or a?
Splaker. That's about a 16-incher.
Nope.
Oh, slippery.
Hey, I'll tell you something, Tommy. One thing I've learned in the last few years, a great way to have more energy and to hold on to fish better and to keep a smile on your face. Look at here, a little hot Jamaican from Mike's Country Meats. Hey, and we also, the flavor of this week, we've got the honey barbecue flavor, beef jerky. And I'll tell you something about Mike's. It's not the biggest jerky company, but it's definitely, in my opinion, the best jerky company. Hey, Tommy, I really love that you got that propane. Oh, you got, I was gonna say, you got that propane auger. Oh, Brian, let me get your Vexilar out of the way. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Nice Splake, nice Splake.
What has he got? Did you see it yet?
Yeah, it looked like a Splake, I think.
Oh, there you go.
Nice fish.
Nice job. Now that's a nice Splake, and I'll tell you that. Hey, now you're using you got him? You might need some more jerky. Give you a little bit more strength.
Yeah, that was on that gold quarter ounce, or I think, quarter ounce Cast Master.
And what were you doing? Now, did you mark that fish?
No, actually, I didn't mark that fish at all. All I was doing was giving it kind of a nice, quick lift, about a 3-foot lift.
Okay.
Let it flutter down, and I was keeping it about maybe 8 to 10 inches off the bottom, so it wasn't hitting bottom.
So you were tight, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of the fish that I was marking in the graph, you know, they're not really wanting to come up off the bottom.
A little bit negative.
So they're a little off
so I started fluttering like that. You know, they see that fluttering down and just nailed it.
I guess the other thing is, did you tip that Cast Master with anything, or is it just bare?
Plain.
Okay. You know, it's funny now, before the tip-ups, all the inside were going, then all of a sudden the outside tip-ups, and now the
we're
guys
right on the
out
break.
jigging out here, so I'm definitely moving out.
Yeah.
Nice job. No, that's again another Splake, huh?
Yep. Dan's third one. He's got his meal.
Yeah. Now it's my turn for a meal, buddy. Welcome to Larry Smith Outdoors Ice Fishing, a full-service guiding ice fishing adventure. We supply all the equipment and provide a hot meal out on the ice. You just need to arrive with a Wisconsin fishing license and get ready to catch fish and have a great experience. We guide 7 days a week, are fully insured, use the latest tested tough gear, and will work harder than anyone to put you on fish. To book a trip, please call 920-361-4996.
I'm Mark Green. I'm Patrick Lynch. Welcome to our all-new Lynch McQuantico dealership.
The brand new Lynch McQuantico dealerships have over 500 new Chevys, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, Rams, and pre-owned vehicles in stock and all priced to sell. Stop by and check out their massive selection of trucks and SUVs, perfect for all your fall outdoor sports.
You do the driving, we'll do the listening, because I want you to love how you feel in your new ride.
Nobody sells for less than Lynch.
From the equipment we use to the clothing we wear, the developments of modern ice fishing technology only serves to make the time we spend on the ice with our friends and family more enjoyable. And there's one product that has stood the test of time for over 30 years, and that's Vexilar, the most trusted name in sonar. 3 generations of ice anglers have been using Vexilar technology, and Vexilar continues to earn the respect of anglers all across the ice belt. Time to create your own memories. Visit Vexilar.com.
At Jiffy, we pride ourselves at being #1 in developing the best propane drills on the ice. It's why our engineers have worked side by side with anglers for 65 years running. All built and tested right here in the US of A. Patented proven performance is Jiffy's vision for the future, and from where we stand, the future looks pretty darn sweet. Jiffy, we put the world on ice.
Got a good one?
Nice Splake.
Wow.
Bigger one yet.
Boy, again, you know, that sun came out, and I would not expect this myself, but being in such clear water.
With the snow cover, it's just enough to get some more light down there. You know, it's pretty foggy and cloudy this morning. We've had 7 flags in the last 5 minutes.
That is incredible. So. And just got a nice one jigging. There you go. That's a nice fish too. Wow. Gotta love that. Again, nice job. Just nice job, Kenny.
Look at the pretty spots on that one in the sun.
That is pretty. There we go. I've been marking that fish for about 5 minutes. Boy, the tip-ups have been going up like crazy. And take my FL28 out of the water. Oh, there's nice. There we go. I'll tell you what, now that's another nice splake, and this is the first one I've actually caught jigging. I missed a couple so far. Got that on the old Acme Castmaster right here. And boy, I'll tell you something, this fishing is absolutely fabulous right there. Gotta love that for sure, And hey, Tommy's got one over there. I'm gonna go help him out.
You don't come by the hole very long.
Holy cats. This is amazing, the amount of fish. Woo. I just caught a nice splake out there on a tip-up.
I caught a splake here. I baited that one, and I came back to leave on my sled, and this one's up again.
I'm gonna fish that hole right in here where Kenny was fishing. They drilled the hole. Oh, them browns, they are fighters. Nice one. Why do the browns fight so much more than like the splake or the lake trout?
When they get this size, they do.
Yeah. Okay.
Not quite as much as these guys.
You've been fighting this fish. I was about 300 yards away from you, and you've been fighting this fish for about 5 minutes now.
Yeah,
because I wasn't running, Tommy. No offense.
We've been running a lot today.
Yeah. I'm definitely getting my exercise. Ooh, there we go. Nice job. Now there you go.
That's
what a absolutely beautiful fish.
That's as pretty as they get right there.
Tommy, this is definitely a special place to fish. I'll tell you that. I love the whole experience here and the quality of these fish. And that's the neat part about Lake Superior is that when you look at all the Apostle Islands, you know what I'm thinking? This is no BS. It's been probably about 25 years since I've taken my wife on a vacation. I think this summer I'm going to hire you. I'm going to come up here. We're going to do some fishing, and I'm going to stay on the island here for about 4 or 5 days. So, if my wife can put up with me that long, right? I might have to call you a couple times.
I'm going to get this one let go right away.
All right, sounds great.
Beyonce Mackenzie cooked us a little wild rice soup.
Oh, here we go. Oh, it feels like a decent fish. Oh, what do I got going on here? Oh, this isn't good. I might lose this one. You know what? I'm so wrapped up in there. And that Castmaster just went flying out of his mouth. It's a good thing I didn't try untangling that. Boy, I'll tell you something. Again, what I did is I just put a minnow on there. This time I was using a full minnow because a couple of the tip-ups have gone off and I was just barely moving that. Earlier I was ripping it up and down and that seemed to work okay, but now just barely moving it. I'm thinking the tip-ups are starting to pick back up again and he's just using a plain hook and a minnow, so I figured I'm going to use my Castmaster to try to bring them in. I just hooked that minnow right through the back and boom, another nice splake. That's a nice fish. Come on, Tommy, get him through. Let him go so he don't break that line. Holy cats, this is a decent fish. Nice job. Get him, Tommy! Woo! Gotta love it. That is a nice brown trout right there. Nice job, Mr. Hicks. Hey, nice. And I'll tell you what.
Nice job fighting.
That is absolutely awesome. That is awesome. You gotta let him hold his fish, aren't you?
Well, yeah.
Well, Tommy.
Beautiful.
Wow. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Right. Hey, you know what, Tommy? The fish looks better in somebody else's hands. Right? Right. Hey, Brian, I thought you guided down in the harbor and on Lake Michigan. What are you doing up in Lake Superior?
Checking out Superior. Check out this awesome fishing up here.
You better not move into your territory, I'll tell you that, right? Oh, there. That's a nice splake for sure. Nice job. Hold that one up, Brian, I'll tell you. Tommy, this is absolutely amazing fishing. It really is. It's right at high noon now. You're cooking lunch. The fish are biting like crazy. I mean, what more could we ask for? Life is good, I can tell you that. Hey, and I want to thank our good friends over at Beaver Dam Tip-Ups for building such an awesome tip-up. I can't think of a better tip-up on the market, and we definitely want to thank them for their support of our show too. So, hey,
and me,
and you, and the support of you. Hey, you know what?
Let's put another minnow on this, catch a couple more splake if possible, and by the time we're done eating, let's pick up the tip up and let's run and catch some whitefish. We caught plenty of fish. We eat fish to eat. Unfortunately, the fishing's been so good, we've been slacking on the eating. And you know, Tommy, we got quite a few fish. I think it's time to, after we get done eating, pull everything up. Yeah. Let's go down and catch a few whitefish, and then you know what else I want to catch today? I want to catch that ferry back to the other shoreline. So, if you don't mind, yep. Yeah, that's going to be probably the, I hate to say it, but that might just be the biggest catch of the day.
Hey, Shotgun Chief, we're in the kitchen with the Italian mama here, Cecilia. We are making salmon, caught from Lake Michigan that our buddy Brian Settley dropped off. This recipe, you get these seasoning packages at most of your grocery stores. Look around. This one here she just made for me a couple weeks ago. It's awesome. So we're gonna mix it up in a bowl, put it in the oven. Cecilia's gonna walk us through it. It says...
mix some honey.
Yep, take
all
the
right,
honey.
Got some Wisconsin honey.
Yeah,
honey.
it says third of a cup, but we don't measure. That's what
right.
the spoon's for if you want to do that.
What spoon?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me right now? It's on the fly.
Third of a cup thinly sliced green onions. I'll help you with that. That's a lot of onion. You gonna put all that in there?
Yeah.
All right.
I like it spicy.
2 tablespoons soy sauce.
Oh, okay.
All right, and then it says, oh, no! That's more than 2.
You don't want it bland. What guy likes it bland?
And then we put it over the top. That's what you did when you cooked for us, right?
I sure did. Actually, I put it in a bag. So if you want to put it in a big Ziploc bag and then mush it together.
Yeah, nice, but this is my show. We're putting it over the top.
Dude, I'm telling you right now. Use a bag at home. All right. You ready?
Yep. It is considered Asian sesame salmon. Hey, when does it tell you to put the red pepper in?
At the end.
At the end?
Yeah.
Okay, my oven's set at 375. Put it in there 20 minutes later. The outside should be nice and white, right?
Yes,
Cecile?
absolutely. Shouldn't see any dark pink.
Yep, looks really good right now. Okay, let's close her up, come back 20 minutes later and see what we got. All right, it's been 20 minutes there, girl.
Oh, look at that. That's fantastic.
We gotta love that little smoke there. That's what you want.
This is happening. Oh, yeah.
Asian crusted salmon out of the oven. Who's our little guest here, Cecilia?
This is Maria Spikuza-Pesek. It's my daughter.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
You like salmon?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna cut a little chunk off, serve it up. All right, folks, see how nice and white that is inside and flaky? That's what you're looking for right there. Boy, if you guys could smell this Asian cuisine we got going on here.
So good.
Thanks for coming over and help cook.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the little crust on it.
Nice
Must
job.
be the honey that makes this crust on it.
It's that Wisconsin honey.
Yeah. In the kitchen is Shotgun Steve Schaefer. I got the SPs here. Asian crusted salmon. Thanks, Brian, for the salmon.
Cheers.
It's a great day to be alive.
For over 25 years, Midwestern Shooter Supply has been your premier dealer for hunting supplies. Our staff is friendly, experienced, and certified with over 15 years in gunsmithing experience. We're your one-stop shop for your hunting needs. Our inventory is at the lowest possible price, and we will match any other dealer advertised price. Do you do more than hunt? Check out our supply of fishing products as well. Visit Midwestern Shooter Supply today, or shop our web store at mwshooters.com. Midwestern Shooter Supply. We want to be your outdoor supplier.
Badger Sportsman Magazine, Wisconsin's premier outdoor magazine. Fishing and hunting in Wisconsin, written by outdoor enthusiasts from Wisconsin. Each issue features timely fishing and hunting articles from experts across the state. Badger Sportsman Magazine will help you make the most out of your time in the woods or on the water. Subscribe to Badger Sportsman Magazine today.
The new Beaver Dam titanium tip stick is the first ice rod with a built-in extendable titanium spring bobber, making it the most versatile ice rod ever. Extend the bobber for ultralight panfish jigging, or retract it for game fish or when it's time for travel. It even has a built-in rattling handle to attract fish. It took a while to come up with an ice rod worthy of the Beaver Dam name, but when we did, boy, we nailed it.
Thanks, Kenny.
Nice
Wow,
job.
I finally got one. You know what, Tommy? I had to listen to Jeff. He was coaching me on that because I could not get bit. And it's amazing how far I must have lifted that fish 30 feet off the bottom and he hit before he would hit. Interesting.
Yeah, a lot
how
of them I'm
that goes.
catching are out of the 12-foot zoom, and that's another 6 feet off bottom.
Yeah,
so.
see, the problem before, I was stalling the bait too long.
Yeah, you don't want to stall with these.
Right, that's amazing how
They
them
can
fish
tell
will come
right
up.
away that this is a fake lure if they get more than just 2 seconds to look at it.
Basically what happened before is that I was bringing the fish up about 5-6 feet and I was stalling it. Well, after Jeff told me to keep raising it, and you can see on this side right here, I'm gonna come out of the zoom right here, and I kept raising it. Now, this is me going up right here. I didn't catch that fish. He didn't hit that bait until it got about 12 to 15 feet underneath the surface. So the deal is that just to keep that bait moving all the time once they're on it like that. So you're just basically winding a slow wind in. And I'll tell you, Jeff, your advice, it worked absolutely perfect. Thank you. Hey, I'll tell you what, Tommy, what an absolutely awesome time. And you know what? This is probably one of my favorite places to come because, you know, the adventure. The fishing was absolutely fantastic. You know, we kept enough for a couple of meals, let a lot of fish go, had just absolutely a great time, caught a ton of fish on Beaver Dams, and we were lucky enough to catch quite a few fish jigging. You know what? You're going to be guiding as long as the ice lasts. Hopefully we get a cold blast here and you're guiding into March. Tell people how they can get a hold of you.
You can either give my cell phone a call, 715-292-4342, or www.beyondthecatch.com.
Hey, and I'll tell you what, that concludes this week's show, and I'll tell you, like I always say, what a great day to be alive. You know what? I'm driving the ferry back across here, and it's the first time I've ever actually driven one. But just remember, I am a captain too, and I do have my master's license.